What's up, guys? Another week of training here. So you'll actually see that I have two rap sessions for this week because I pushed this one to late on Sunday. And this is actually 4 or 5 or 7, and I don't believe I've ever done this before because I checked in my previous logs that I haven't done this for this many reps, and I believe I may have topped out at 6 potentially. But again, I just had a cursory review of my training log, and I saw that I didn't do this for 7, so I was pleased with this. And actually, I was able to repeat this on the second session of the week, so that's great. So afterwards, again, there was a time crunch. It was getting super late, so I did 425 for 5 here. And again, the depth isn't that great, but when I'm doing the wrap squats, I'm primarily worrying about my back position, how well I can hold it during the set. So that's my main objective. My main objective is not going as deep as possible, obviously, and I don't want to compromise that back position or the training of the back position for that. So after this, I did 425 for a set of 4, and that was that. So this is the next day. I did 425 for 10 singles, single number 10. Again, not so clean. The knees kind of were bent, but whatever. And then the next day, I worked up to 365 for 1 after 2 sets of 5 with 335, so that was great. Then bench here, the quote-unquote normal 235, so doing it for every single session at minimum. And actually, during the week, I did 242 times after the 235, so that was good. And this is the next day. I did 365 for a single, and I decided to shut it down for singles after that, and then I did 3 sets of 6 with 320, and then a burnout set with 275 for 10. And this is the first example of the 240, so here's 235. And I noticed that there's a huge drop-off in, I guess, not explosiveness, but, how difficult 5 pounds becomes after 235, which is relatively, somewhat easy, is massive. So here you saw my butt come up a little bit, but I just find it interesting that small percentage of intensity really affects, how fast you can lift something or how hard something is just with that small change in intensity. So here I failed to divulge earlier in the video that after the double overhand 525, I did 380 for 5 for conventional, and that actually strained my back. So actually the entire week my back was bothering me, especially if I'm lifting my left leg or getting out of a chair. But surprisingly, my back was able to hold up during the subsequent sessions during the week. So I was really happy with that. And now, as I'm speaking to you, it's not bothering me at all, or I hope not. So I'm going to proceed as normal on the coming week with the conventional pulls. I probably won't be going too crazy over the following week, but if I can get 385, then it's great. If not, if 365 feels hard or it causes me pain, then I'm not gonna go past that. So here's another example of 240, and again, very difficult compared to the set with 235 before that. So here's the next wrap section of the week. So it's 405 for 7, and then I did 425 for 3 sets of 5. So that's just a normal type of training session. And again, with the intensity as far as the wrap squats, I'm capping out usually at 425, 430. I haven't tried set with 435 yet. It just happens to be that case because after a competition I start back from 405, and you do that for some reps and sets, and then I just work my way up. And again, it's nothing scientific. 405. Then I usually like to not go to 410 usually because the intensity is too close to the first set of 405. So I like to go 415, 420, 425, 430, and just due to the frequency of the competitions, that is enough to get me ready for the competition. So when I'm hitting these big equip squats, whatever, 584, 589, I'm not doing the intensity I'm doing is actually quite low to the actual squat on competition day, namely because I'm throwing my gear on, throwing my suit on, throwing my competition wraps on, and so forth. But feel that this way I'm training right now without the suit it was born out of necessity because again I don't have a lot of people to help me or a lot of reliable people to help me. throughout the weeks. And again, I like to go to the gym at my convenience. So again, that's another factor. So, it's not, again, I devise a way where I can somehow manage to get PRs on competition day. So that's why I'm doing it. So, the wrap squats, again, they don't take an enormous amount of time, but again, they are difficult. But again, if they're ultimately serving the purpose of helping me to maintain my back position during a big equip squat, then they're doing the job. So after this, I did some sets with leg press, and again, that's Sands and knee wraps. So again, that trains my legs a little bit as well. So anyways, thanks again, guys, for watching, and stay tuned for next week.